Welcome back to SG Car Mart Reviews. Today we have a famous car, or rather infamous car, depending on how you look at it. This car, as you can judge from the silhouette of the window, some of you might already be able to tell what this is, but if not, let me give you some clues. This car is always in the news. It's been the subject of police chases, drug cases, speed racing, not too good, speed crashing, even worse. So in case you don't know what car that we're reviewing today, this is actually a Volkswagen Scirocco 1.4 TSI. Now, is there a connection, or is this car somehow just inherently evil, or is it always tied to so much negative press? Is there some sort of connection? Today we're going to find out on this episode of SG Car Mart Review, so stick around. Over by the front of Scirocco, you can see it's really low, really stunts. It's kind of like a complement to the Golf and the Polo, but unlike the Golf, the badge is actually up on top instead of over by the front. Now the lights, they're kind of sleek and angular, kind of fierce. However, I do think that they look like the lights of the current Golf, so I guess you could say they age really well. And down to the side, you have your signal indicators as well as your front fogs. These are the stock wheels that the Scirocco came with. As you can see, this one is wrapped black, but it has quite a few peelings. Over by the side, you have frameless windows, so that's a plus for style points. Even for a 2+2, at the back is a pretty big window, so rear passengers, even though there's not much space, there's quite a fair bit to look out of. The boot, I don't know how you can open it. I don't think you can open it from the outside, at least. With the keys, you can, at least there's remote boot release. Inside is 312 litres of boot space. By no means will it pass the anti-trolley length test, but I'm sure that you can toss in 2 to 3 big luggages inside. Now let's check out the interior. Now if you're thinking about selling your car, whether it's a Scirocco or any other car, head on over to Quotes by SG Car Mart to get the best price guaranteed for your car. If you manage to sell your car for a higher price than they quote you, you'll get $100 in cash. So 2+2, the doors open really wide, so getting in is okay. Driver gets electric seats, but space in the rear when someone's driving in driving position, obviously you're not going to have a lot, and there are no doors. But as far as space for a new family, maybe young kids, this is plenty of space. And an added advantage is that you can just pull this down right here. So space for long stuff, trip to IKEA, it does well. But other than that, it will be claustrophobic because it's 2+2, but what can you do? Now inside the driver's seat, you get your D-card Volkswagen steering wheel, media controls, and some of the driver aid buttons here that also show up on the LCD instrument cluster. And also it has, of course, analog dials for your rev counter and your speedometer. But not just that, not because before everything on your dash went fully digital, this one has the analog that purists will like, and also the LCD display in the middle, so you can see things like engine temperature, which is useful for a car with so much force induction. You want to monitor your engine temperature, and also your speed level. So speedometer, you can even set a speed warning with that. Up here you get top storage space for sunglasses, lights, down to the center console, aircon. It's all flush, so it sits really nicely. You get to control your dials here, very easy. So you won't have to worry when you're driving, oh, is it on or is it off? Did I set the settings? It works well. And then down here, you have your aircon controls, heated seats if you ever need them. And of course, you have your gear shift here, which says DSG, so direct switch gearbox. It's Volkswagen's dual clutch system. Down here, a little bit more storage space. You have a 12 volt charger, and then a manual pulling handbrake, adjustable armrest, so you can adjust the length as well as its elevation. In the middle, 2 cup holders, but they are rather tight. Overall, I'd say it is a very driver-oriented car. It feels really good, even though it's kind of small and stout. I feel really comfortable, and everything's within reach, and you feel in control in a car. And with so much power, this is what you want to feel. Now let's go for a drive, see how it feels. Now this car, because it's 1.4 litre twin charge, it does 0 to 100 in 8 seconds. But I tell you, it feels a lot faster than that because of all that torque. Now for the unfamiliar, blah blah blah, a lot of people don't really need to know. Turbocharger uses the exhaust gas to spin up something to force more air into the engine, whereas a supercharger uses the energy of the engine to induce more air into the engine. But put simply, blah blah blah, more air, more compressed air equals more power, and that's why it can extract so much horsepower out of this little tiny 1.4 litre engine. And that's also why it probably gets such a bad rap, because a car like this with 2 chargers, there's so much tuning potential. And also at under 7,000 depreciation, it is one of the most affordable cars out there right now, even for a used car. But I have to say, Sirocco's with a Volkswagen DSG that's dry clutch, you have to keep in mind that this is a used car. This will have its own set of problems. Volkswagen fanboys will know what comes with a dry DSG. It's going to have its fair share of problems, and a car like this, you can typically expect most owners, because the car is like this, they want to have a lot of fun with it, so a lot of them would probably push it pretty hard. So if you buy a car like this, most cars, but this car specifically, best to take it in for a deep servicing and diagnostic, find out anything's wrong with it, especially change the fluids. One other thing, because it is a DSG, at low speeds, sometimes things might seem a little jerky in between gears 1 and 2. So with all that said and done, is the Volkswagen Scirocco 1.4 TSI a will buy, won't buy, or go try? To me, this car is a definite will buy. At its very attractive depreciation with so much power, tunability, it's such a nice car to drive and ride through the bends, through the straights, a lot of fun. It looks stylish, it looks sexy, it's a Volkswagen. This car is a will buy. But just keep in mind that if you're buying this car, set aside some cash for the eventual rainy day, because at the end of the day, it is still a used car. So you don't want your car to be sitting in a workshop just because you don't have the cash on hand to get it fixed. This is the risk that comes with used cars. So we'll buy very attractive car, very good car, very attractive. I would really love to own this. So this has been our review of the Volkswagen Scirocco 1.4 TSI. What do you think? Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? What do you think about twin charging, turbocharging, supercharging? Let us know down in the comments below. In any case, if you've noticed, this is a used car review, not a new car review. So please let us know what you think of this used car review. And also, if you'd like to see us try any other used cars, do let us know down in the comments below. If you've liked this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also follow us on TikTok at SG Carmart. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Bye-bye. With the seats down, it's actually not too bad. And then